America is staring at a bleak holiday season as the new Omicron variant has upended lives with its aggressive transmission. It's accounted for 73.2% of new cases over the past week. Hospitals are getting busy, testing centres are witnessing long queues, and sports and entertainment events are being cancelled. America's top pandemic advisor, Dr. Anthony Fauci, has warned of a bleak winter ahead. The Omicron strain has raised alarm because of its number of mutations, more than prior variants had. Early data suggests it could be more infectious and possibly have higher resistance to vaccines. But Dr. Fauci believes the variant is unlikely to be more severe.
The world has been shocked by the appearance of a variant that is even more transmissible than the very troublesome Delta variant. First isolated in southern Africa, it is now dominating in Africa, has taken over in England, and right now, as I speak to you, in the United States, more and more of the isolates that are being identified and sequenced are of Omicron.
At this moment of urgency, the President of the United States will address the nation to lay out his plans to tackle rising infection rates during the upcoming festive season. Ahead of his address, the White House has released a detailed action plan to curb the Omicron spread, building on the winter strategy outlined earlier this month. President Biden aims to ramp up the supply of rapid tests by distributing 500 million free COVID-19 test kits, increasing support to hospitals and deploying military personnel across the country, as well as expanding vaccination capacity. President Biden is expected to reassure Americans that the administration is prepared for rising case levels, and he'll issue a stark warning to unvaccinated individuals. The White House has already ruled out any plans of a lockdown, though, or tougher restrictions in this upcoming speech.
This is not a speech about locking the country down. This is a speech outlining and being direct and clear with the American people about the benefits of being vaccinated, the steps we're going to take to increase access and to increase testing, and the risks posed to unvaccinated individuals.
Well, our correspondent Susan Tarani is joining us live from New York now. Susan, just how quickly is the Omicron variant spreading across the United States?
Very quickly, it has become the dominant variant, perhaps faster than any variant that we have known. The headline came in as a shock, perhaps faster than expected yesterday, and the president will be speaking about that today. And while it is more transmissible, doctors and scientists are saying that the symptoms are milder here in New York. There are testing sites across the city, and despite the number of testing sites, long lines circling around blocks, individuals waiting for hours at a time, and retailers reporting that they're really running out of at-home test kits or running very low, really signifying that perhaps people saying that either themselves or anyone that they know has COVID right now, whether or not it's this new variant or not, but it just signifies that how rapidly it's really spreading.
Well, Susan, here in the UK, Prime Minister Boris Johnson hasn't made any moves to impose a lockdown over Christmas, just yet at least. And President Biden sounds like he won't be doing that either. So what's the reasoning behind that?
So, you know, what's interesting is his mandates until now has dropped his poll numbers very low on the one hand. On the other hand, states have the authority to impose mandates on their own here in the United States. So governors and mayors can impose lockdowns. This morning, there were some murmurs about what to do about schools here in New York. There has been a number of shutdowns in New York City, from Broadway shows to Christmas spectaculars, or even some restaurants. And businesses themselves have taken upon themselves to be safe than sorry. So states have the authority here in the United States to impose those lockdowns on their own, and whether or not they decide to do that or not is yet to be seen. Again, when President Biden, every time he does impose mandates like that, they haven't been so popular. So I don't know whether or not it's political or not, but I think that at this point it might really have a backlash if he goes ahead and does that when governors and mayors have the authority to do that if they deem necessary.
Susan Tarani in New York, thank you very much.